Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Catherine, Purification Plant, blue team. Got some Eldar in it. This is AlphaLegion and a Farseer support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control. The same Han elite scheme alongside Nowak and a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat with some powerful disruption and support. Rounding off the team here, Alex and a brother captain. A durable hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support, fighting in melee on the red team. This fella, which I believe translates as bearded something. So we'll go with that. Bearded as a Kommando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins with a twin link shooter. Alongside Woof and a Hive Tyrant, a durable hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed, can bring offense, disruption and support, begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Carlos. And rounding off the teams, first president as a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue, can add to the retinue throughout the game, has strong defense and support. On the west side, facing off against one of those pesky Eldar, the Farseer has been forced off. Here come the Tyranids now. 2v1 against AlphaLegion. Where is Nowak? In the mid, innit? Fighting some Hormagaunts. Almost wiping some Hormagaunts, actually. How do you have two models, guys? On 20 odd hit points, stun bomb is dodged. Up the east side then, it's kind of clear-ish for the brother captain. Oh, sluggers are rejoining. There's a war banner there providing some buffs. Shoot the boys in melee with the brother captain, which isn't a great spot for them to be. Strike squad coming in with the Tomes of Titan. Very respectable melee squad, especially in tier 1. They can throw down pretty well. Messing up some sluggers there. Howling Banshees coming over to help with the Warlock, and they wipe the sluggers. We'll see if Bearded replaces them. Indeed, instantly replaces them. Double termagants up for Woof. And Carlos the Hive Tyrant. On the west side, Guard pushing through, bashing power. Now, aiming all their las guns at those Howling Banshees.
Guide our hands. Yes.
Guide our hands, they said. Well, the Farseer can guide. What Rangers up for Nowak. AlphaLegion waiting for the Guardian weapon team to join. Brother captain's off the field. Yeah, he got pretty low. The strike squad still in play. Bashing power, in fact, with some Eldar assistance. Here come the new sluggers and a whole bunch of Daka. Stormtroopers also backing off. The strike squad now in full retreatment. We may see a bash on the other side now, because the Orks and the Tyranids are here. Impact grenade just went off. And here are the Rangers using their default loadout at the moment. Those, what they put, like plasma swords or something. And those pistols that debuff. And they almost wiped. Typically you see them used with their long rifles. We'll see if they pop in. Warrior Brood on the field now for Woof. Back to the west side, turning blue. And the Shurikens holding off those guardsmen. These are kind of semi-contested points. Well, semi-natural, mostly contested points being capped up by the Eldar on that western edge as well. Back to the power though. Might get a full bash. Carlos is here, bit of XP. Here comes the brother captain popping We Are the Hammer. Boosting speed and damage resistance, although the strat squad did not benefit. Also gives him some splash damage. 459 to 484 on the VPs. 2-to-1 cap. Sluggers in there with burners. Stormtroopers got a bit too close. And Carlos is going after the strat squad. But the captain, you okay there, buddy? Maybe. There's a lot of Daka. Maybe not. Should get revived from that spot, but he's not going to be able to get up and help with this fighting. Carlos levels the 2, the Hive Tyrant, and now decaps the power point. The strat squad barely getting away. Stormtroopers there with their sergeants. These fellas still don't have their rifles. In fact, Nowak got some more Guardians. Not something you'd expect to see purchased at this stage. That was a spiritual rights heal, then throws the guide on those Guardians. Banshees waiting for the Warrior Brood, and there they are, and they got them on retreat. Got one model, got two models, grenades missing. Hit a termagant. Perhaps slightly unlucky not to get a wipe on something there. Grenades would have done it. Farseer may go down. Banshees run. Double Guardians repositioning. The Warlock needs to get in there. There he goes. We have the Rending Talons now for the Hive Tyrant. Seismic Roar just went off, knocking the Warlock around. He should get onto the Termagants, I think, or the shooters. He seems to be chasing down the Hive Tyrant, who goes down. So Brother Captain down, Commando down, Hive Tyrant down. When did the Commando go down? Oh, he was right in there. Probably right on the screen that I missed. So a frantic couple of minutes of fighting leaves the blue team, I think, up a bit here. Tier 2 for Nowak. Storm Boys coming in for Bearded. Those sluggers are still going. They almost leveled, actually. Can the Lord General get some reviving done? He's defending his power at the moment. Shuriken sets up. Sentinel can't be suppressed, but will take a bunch of damage if he tries to get close. Tempting to get in there for a stomp, but needs to hang back for now. Barb Strangler Warrior Brood in play. Barb Strangler instantly suppresses infantry and hits in an area. Rangers getting way too close to stuff. Still don't have their rifles. Trying to use those debuffing pistols, I guess, maybe. 459 to 403. Carlos back to his feet, was repurchased, I suppose. Yeah, because this fella's still back here, first president. So we may see Carlos go for the Commando revive. He's got extended Carapace on the way for a charge. And the revive might level him to 3 as well. Warlock leaping in. Thinks again, because there's a whole bunch of Daka here with big shooters on the shooter boys. No knob leaders though. Yeah, needs to run. Guardians pumping out some damage. Don't have their grenades though, so they can't threaten the sluggers with one as they run in. These guys very low, going to try and decap. It's a little bit risky because banishment can mess them up. So can the destructor from the Warlock. Hits a few models. They're giving the cap now to, or the decap to the shooters, and they're trying to burn down some gens. Here come the Eldar. Howling Banshees. Turn to now counter-initiate on the Storm Boys who jumped in. Barb Strangler helping out the Storm Boys. Does not do friendly fire. They got the decap. The sluggers around, which I think was smart. There's a Brood Nest up in the mid. Brood Nest is from the Hive Tyrant from his global bar. Allies can reinforce off it. Also get a little bit of health regen. This guy charging through here. Carlos, extended Carapace doing the charge there. Also gives him how much? 200 hit points and a bit of health regen. Not bad, eh? Was aiming for the strat squad, I think, or just wanted to move quickly. They are suppressing, but these guys are in their charge mode, so they're moving a little bit faster sometimes. There we go. Hive Tyrants on them. There's a seismic roar. Can he get a model as they retreat here? Retreating units taking 30% more damage from melee attacks. They are able to get away. Here comes the Brother Captain. Nemesis Force Halberd coming in. Splash damage, power melee. Really bad news for the Warrior Brood, that's for sure. We have a Rhino. Already gone for the heavy bolter turret on the back with twin linked heavy bolter. That's pumping out some respectable anti-infantry damage. Kormagor's taking less ranged fire as they attack that node though. Hive Tyrant goes straight for the Brother Captain, gets him off the field. Does he have the seismic roar available for the Banshees? Nope, charges out. Able to survive that way. Back to the Brood Nest, which is giving him a little bit of health regen. Here come the sluggers. Rhino's doing a lot of damage to them though. And they got wrecked as they ran in. I think they're going to wipe. They do wipe. And they can get the Brood Nest down. Wasn't really in a safe location. Commando's got his kaboom. And he's got the Mega Boom kit, which means that he does not explode himself when he kabooms. He won't go flying. Stunned one of the fellas. Banshees didn't like the position they were in once the Commando was revealed, so they run. Because he could have kaboomed to them. Here's a Wraith Lord. Walker vehicle for the Eldar. Big old Ghost Glaive melee weapon. Doing splash damage, heavy melee. And a shoulder-mounted shuriken. In this instance, you can get a shoulder-mounted anti-vehicle Bright Lance as well. On the east side, Warbanner being taken out. Rhino power bashing. Where's the Stormtroopers then? Usually they stay with it to repair, but they are far away from it at the moment. On the western edge, missile launcher Sentinel. Misses. Bunch of infiltrated stuff here. From the webway, I think. The Farseer webways can infiltrate units. She's got the Doombringer, she's got rune armor, and of course those Spirit Stones. Banshee's running riot amongst the guardsmen. Sniper rifle in for the Lord General, giving fire on my target. So we may see, yeah, we already see Stormtroopers in play. You'd often see it alongside double the Stormtroopers. Not sure if we'll see that here. Yes, that Psychic Storm. But that no longer needs to channel it and just cast it in and run into melee. Start smacking stuff. Banshees with their Exarch, they have the aspect of fleetness. Back to the mid, kiss kicking off, innit? Wraithlord is here, getting pretty low. Tank Busters doing their job, and there's a Venom Brood there as well. I don't think this guy's going to get away. Wraithlord goes down. Storm Boys with their Knob Leader now. And the Commando Knob. Oh, I thought he had his shot punch for a second. But he does not. Anything else for the Hive Tyrant? Almost level 4, but does not have an accessory yet. Here's some more Howling Banshees. These ladies, though, do not have their Exarch. They don't even have an aspect, actually. These guys do have their long rifles, finally, though. And she's getting knocked over by the seismic roar. They may need to run. But they are not. They're still trying to chase those termagants, I think. Nowak has forgotten about the Banshees. There we go. Now they're turning. And instantly they get charged over by the Hive Tyrant. Because he would have gone down pretty quickly if they caught him in retreat. 389 to 360. Venom Brood are trying to chase down this Rhino who's level 2. I think they're too far away. But the captain's down here. On the west side it's turning blue. VP's very close. More Tank Busters coming in for Bearded because he did lose the squad that he had. And tier 3s for the blue team. They have the tech lead here. Doesn't necessarily mean you win. Sometimes players go tier 3 at a bad time and they kind of get stuck. But they spent a bunch of resources and then can't really get anything. Farseer goes down, she's level 3. She'd get the cap though. Can these guys power bash? This guy could use crack missiles to power bash maybe. Oh, they want to find the webway. There we go. Sentinel can get detection. He can even upgrade it. Down it goes, the webway. On the east side, Commando infiltrates himself. Rhino gets away. The Strat Squad get away. Then the brother captain's back to his feet, runs off. Revived by the Warlock maybe. Level 3 with Warp Throw. Maybe he can get the Farseer next. 385 to 348. 2-1 for red. And here's some Paladins for Alex. These guys are unique to the brother captain. Looks like the Rhino was taken out. What the hell happened? I guess the Tank Busters happened and the Venom Brood happened, but it seemed to be in a safe spot. See what these Paladins can do. They're massively outnumbered, but they have over 5,000 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. Just got their Consecrated Scrolls up. They're cracking down that Hive Tyrant. Carlos runs. Seer Council on the field now for AlphaLegion. If the Seer Council could get alongside the Paladins, that would be huge, because the Seer Council could buff them with their damage resistance aura, and the Paladins can buff them every time they inspire on kill. Fire Prism coming in for Nowak. Gene Stealer's hit the field for Woof. That's in response to the Paladins, because Gene Stealers should do a huge amount of damage to them. Maybe they're not going to solo them, I don't think, because it's just too much health to get through, but they'll do a lot of damage, and with support, help you bring them down. Here's the Seer Council then. Power melee Witchblades that leap into combat and have this passive aura that they themselves benefit from, which is generally not the case with auras. So that's nice for him. 340 to 348 on the VPs. Warlock does indeed get leveled up when reviving the Farseer, who goes straight into fighting. Oh, she throws out the Rune Armor's Psychic Storm again. Look at that. Huge disruption from the Seer Council too. Grenades just whack those fellas. Was that the artillery spotters, I think, maybe? Destructor flies in. It was 2v1 there against First President. Did not work out great for him. Taking down this turret now. Sentinel stays in play, tries to get the frag missiles to hit. They hit. Looks like the Vox operator's in on the Lord General's retinue. He can call in reinforcements. Blue team looking strong, sweeping across the map. But look at this. Paladin's in a bad spot, getting crippling poison. They can't retreat, these guys. There's the teleport. But does it save them? Gene Stealer's giving chase. There's only 3 of them left. Paladins down to 2 models. Heavy melee warriors in there. Gene Stealers are catching them too. And they finish him. Taking huge chunks out of them every time they catch up. They do. Paladins are down. Big loss for Alex there. These guys weren't helping. Maybe they could have helped. Looks like they were idle back at HQ for a bit. I'm not sure what they could have done exactly. If the brother captain could have got a special attack and disrupted them. Maybe Bulwark would have saved them, because he gives you some damage resistance. 283 to 348. There's that Fire Prism. Instantly Venom Brood on the rear armor though, as soon as I say that. What is that? Oh, that's Warp Throw. There's a Brood nest up. Going to be taken down, I think. 274 to 348. The Fire Prism survives for now, but the Warrior Brood are going after it. Oh, there we go. Sentinel gets it. Fire Prism is down. Not had huge luck with these vehicles so far, Nowak. Can they get the Hive Tyrant down? It's almost level 5. There's a Seismic Roar. Doesn't knock down the Brother Captain, though, who has chucked the Bulwark on the level 4 strat squad. That's what that yellow marker is. Got a nice clear effect these days. Brother Captain throws up Immortal. Still wants to fight some Tyranids. Gene Stealers are still here with 3 models. But he won't be able to drop another Brood Nest anytime soon. Can they kill the Brother Captain? They can. Brother Captain's down. Kommando just leveled to 3 when that happened. And is decapping their natural. Red team fighting back for sure. The Gene Stealers having a big impact so far. Seer Council mopping up the west side. There's another Fire Prism. This one from AlphaLegion. Avatar on the way now for Nowak. And Grey Knight Terminators for Alex. There's tier 3 for Woof. Last player to go. First President. Seems like he's saving up for a super heavy tank here. Maybe a Stormlord. For the anti-infantry damage output. Lord the General's down. The Strat Squad are being an absolute menace. But now they run back to the VP, which is blue. Tyranids had a little look at it. Warlock getting all suppressed and stuff. He's level 4. Then the Strat Squad hits a good banishment here. Maybe they're slightly out of range. 1-to-1 cap. 100 or so VP lead for the red team. It's a Lehman Russ for first President. Maybe he wants to go Lehman Russ and then Kassakin. Doom up on the Sentinel. Here comes Carlos to get a revive. He's level 5. I think Bearded had a Nob Squad there queued up, but then he cancelled it. Maybe he wants a Battle Wagon. It's a good map for Battle Wagons and tanks in general, really, Katrin. Can the Eldar hold the VP here? Have good built-in disruption from the Fire Prism, just shooting at Ripper Swarm right now. Not that useful. You guys have grenades? They do. But they are retreating. Is that a misfire? What happened there? Here comes another Fire Prism. We have seen instances of multiple Fire Prisms doing a fantastic job, but it's not easy to pull off. Peaks an Eldritch Storm though, eh? Almost got the Warrior Brood entirely. Gene Stealer's also got pretty damn low. 246 to 329 on the VBs. There's the Avatar of Cain for Nowak into another Fire Prism. And there's those Grey Knight Terminators with their Power Melee Halberds, splash damage, and they've got their Psychon wrist mounted as well. Avatar just used a Wrath of Cain for no reason, which was a bit weird. Rocket Launcher Kommando doing some work, eh? Is that a Seismic Roar? And then he ran? I think so. Oh, Onslaught. Sorry, Incinerate they call it. Into the Wailing Doom. Didn't seem to hit them, the Wailing Doom. While they were being incinerated and tossed into the air. Flash gets in play now with their blasters. 226 to 329 on the VPs. There's a Lehman Russ with Vanquisher Cannon. For super long range, anti-large target. Can get some shots on the Avatar maybe, eh? But the Captain's going for a decap, pops the Immortal. Flash gets run, Kommando runs. Gene Stealer's happy to go in on the Terminators, you know. Terminators did not like that. Oh, this guy didn't get a decap. Don't know what he was up to. 207 to 329. Avatar's happy to fight these guys. Massively buffs nearby allied infantry, but there's nothing around here to help him out. Wailing Doom does get a few hits, so does the Fire Prism. Gene Stealers will do a lot of damage to an Avatar, but I don't know how long they can stay fighting it. Venom Brood getting shots in as well. Need to try and get these guys onto the Fire Prism, but Avatar's a big roadblock at the moment. That's a warp throw, but they all retreated anyway. Oh, Leman Russ took a bunch of damage. From what? The fire prisms, I guess. Oh, we got heavy melee Seer Council now too. VP lead for the red team, but a 2-1 for blue. There's the Vox Operator beacon. Oh, it pulses out some healing too. Those guys can reinforce. Avatar again with a kind of wasted Wrath of Cain. Hive Tyrant fighting a Warlock, now going for Crushing Claws. Trying to finish off that Avatar. Use the charge to get in there, but can he get an attack? Doesn't need to. Avatar goes down. Was that friendly fire from the Fire Prism? Sure looked like it, but it could have been from somewhere else. Carlos is going to go down, I think. Gets a good special. Tries to run, does he? Seer Council gets him. Neiman Russ is diving to try and get the Fire Prism, which may be a mistake. Down he goes. First President down to a single Guardsman squad. There's still 3 Fire Prisms on the field, and here comes a Baneblade. Doom up on the Warrior Brood. Warrior Brood are Synapse creatures, so they will explode on death, damaging and knocking back non-Synapse creatures, so they are typically targeted very, very quickly for that reason. Juno Glance does give them a bunch of hit points though, up to almost 2,000 here, level 3. Farseer misses the special attack. She's level 6. Now in on some Termagants. Here comes Carlos the Hive Tyrant though, and there's a Swarm Lord in. Powerful melee combatant that provides a speed and reinforcement synapse for Tyranids around him, which is huge for the Gene Stealers. Farseer is being very brave here. I don't think she's going to get away though. Down she goes. How are the Gene Stealers doing on their levels? Level 2. Land Raider Crusader coming in now for Alex. Hurricane Bolters, Psy Cannons, and a Multi-Melter on top. It's got really good weapons these days. These guys are pushing in. Venom Brew trying to target those Fire Prisms, getting some rear armor hits. Leech Essence from the Swarm Lord. He could chase them into base, try to finish them off. Carlos went down. Gene Stealers are trying to get into base here, but they're going to get suppressed and stuff. Swarm Lord is trying to... He thought about diving in, but then he got shot by some Fire Prisms and fought again. There's a ton of formation and a Rocks. Good grief. Double nuke on Alpha Legion's base. I think he's going to be alright though. Looks like he lost the Shuriken maybe. Everything else is okay-ish, and he just spent 1,000 red to do that. The red team. So I don't think he'll mind too much. The Fire Prisms are fine. There's a Baneblade though. That's bad news for the Fire Prisms. 171 to 257. Also some Tank Busters in play still. See what these Terminators can do now. There's the Incinerate. Only caught a few of the models. Yeah, they're getting quite low. 160, 257 now. Brother Captain, level 5. He can cast the Bulwark on himself, can he? It says targeted ally. Brood Nest is up here. Should be closer to the edge of the map though. I guess he wants it to support the mid as well, so never mind what I'm saying. Reviving Brother Captain. I don't think it's going to level him. It's a good chunk of XP. Can the Farseer escape? She can. 140 to 257. Red team on the VP this side. Can they hold it? Do you go full front assault here? You got 4 Fire Prisms. Soon to be 5 Fire Prisms. Seer Council. Soon to be Avatar. Got Terminators. And it can be done. Might be worth just running the Seer Council through the middle of the map though and go for this VP. Or maybe the Warlock can do that. Because he's got the fleet, of course. Level 6 Hive Tyrant. Psychic Scream might be good for big fights. So we have, is it double Conversion Beamers? It is. Is that Baneblade, I guess. Did the Swarm Lord go down? I don't see it. I see a Neurothrope. I don't remember seeing the Swarm Lord. He tried to get away, maybe he couldn't get away. Yeah, there's a remains of him there. Completely missed that. Got a last cannon on this side. Getting some good shots, eh? Land Raider moving up. So that's smart. Eldritch Storm goes in. That will shut down the Baneblade for a few seconds. The Seer Council can get on it. Rear armor actually with those spears. Flash gets into fire on them. They're trying to. Hive Tyrants there as well. Here come more Paladins. Those heavy melee hammers can get on the Baneblade as well. Baneblade is trying to move the heck out of there. 85 to 257. Don't have the VP yet. Carlos the Hive Tyrant doing what he can, but that Seer Council and Paladins is not going to make it out. Baskets get the Seer Council out of there. Got to try and keep those guys in play. Neurothroat might need to run. There he goes. Down to 70 VPs, the blue team. Farseer is on the VP west side. First President. Oh, the Baneblade did go down. Down to just a Guardsman squad again. Tries to get a heavy weapon squad to recover, but this might be come back in the making now for blue team, eh? They've got really strong armies. And one of the red team is very depleted. Can they defend their VP though? Soon to be a 2-to-1 for blue. There it is, in fact. Avatar moving up with a Wailing Doom, trying to dodge. Mostly dodged it with his melee stuff there. Tankbuster Barrage. Maybe trying to get one of those Fire Prisms. Triple Fire Prisms for Nowak. Here comes a fourth one. Very hard to approach when you're getting battered by disruptive Fire Prism shots, eh? Last cannon in here for the heavy weapon squad. You still have your sniper rifle. Disrupt as the Tyranids come in. Can they get this Warlock down? They can. Warlock is down. Going for a cheeky decap. Didn't work out for him. I need a res, please. I think is what Woof is trying to say there. Here comes a Carnifex. And that could be pretty useful because the Fire Prisms can't disrupt the Carnifex. You could get a Venom Cannon and go after him. But otherwise, look how difficult it is for the infantry to do stuff. I mean, the triple Fire Prisms could just gang up on the Carnifex as well, I suppose. There's two more here, and Nowak has a fourth. I'm hearing a rocks. What is going on? I think it's these guys making exploding noises. 65 to 215. They got a decap, the shooter boys. That's well played by Bearded. He's got a looted tank as well. Carnifex hits the field. Surely with a Venom Cannon, but we'll see. But the captain runs. Look at this. For fire support. The damage to that Fire Prism though. They almost got it. They almost got it in like 2 seconds. I think he should get some more. Does he have the population for it? More tank busters. Yeah, get some more tank busters, I say. Maybe stick bombers. Might be able to stun a bunch of Fire Prisms with a volley. And the red team come back here. Another heavy weapon squad for First President. Could drop a rocket run in maybe as well. It's another las cannon. Uh-oh. Conversion beamers getting shots on the looted tank. Down it goes. And there is indeed a Venom Cannon Carnifex. Just a hit from Wailing Doom. Now it's moving forward. What's it up to? It's trying to get on the Fire Prisms. What is this? Oh, that's Time Field. It's got a new effect in it. From Armor Vasurian. Wolf wants to concede, just can't find a way through this. Yeah, Flash Gits can't really damage Fire Prisms. 5 Fire Prisms for Nowak, 2 for AlphaLegion. All of the disruption. I think blue team are going to hang on. Here we go, tank busters. With that rocket launcher Kommando, absolute vicious damage. He needs to put hide the boys on them and sneak around, I think. Now he's got this wall to get past. Flash kits aren't here anymore. There's a stun bomb though. Pretty good stun bomb. Hit all 6 of those Terminator variant models. Uh-oh. Doom on the Lord General. Poor Derek and Nigel. Yeah, the blue team armies are insane. Very, very insane. Has Woof just given up? I think he just wants to concede. He's not moving his stuff. Everyone giving up? These guys are shooting. Gonna be a triple cap for blue though. Immortal is up here. And there is the triple. Okay, these guys are moving again. Or maybe Woof just left and that's the AI now, I'm not sure. Carnifex is not moving. There's to concede. So blue team take it at the end, just powered through with all those fire prisms, eh? Couldn't keep that Eamon Russ Vanquisher alive, couldn't keep that Baneblade alive. It was tough with the Eldar stuff. Level 9 Farseer. Can't select the Warlock. Level 6 Brother Captain. Level 4 Kommando. Level 6 Hive Tyrant. And a level 6 Lord General. There you go, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see ya next time.